Hi guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat and welcome to live Premier League predictions. Yeah, it's week 27 coming up and we had 26 in the book. Good stuff. Vern's missing today because he was doing Olympics and we just weren't sure if we're going to make it crossover. So I'll do the Premier League show. He's so far behind. Does it really matter? Does it really matter, guys? Does it really matter? Let me just put the chat on here just in case there is some people in there. I'll have a check. Dylan Cedric from the USA, Sean Wrench, and Rory Robertson. There you go. But hey, let's look at the standings. Let's look at where I stand and where Vern stands. That is the moment that he's on 142 points and I'm on 177. Wait, let me see if I can see him. Hell no, he's so far behind. You need the Hubble telescope to find Vern's chips at the moment. But hey, look, he beat me this week and he scored 1 point more. Hey, that does look quite nice. It shines there. It shines there with the camera there. It's shiny. Oh, there you go. So that's the way it stands. Let's get into the league table there straight away. Put it out there. Let's have a look at last week's results. Talk about the games a little bit. Look, the chasing pack kind of slipped this week. Chelsea only 2-2 against Leeds after being 2-0 up. Both of us didn't get any points because we both had a win there for Chelsea. Everton losing to Bournemouth. We both had an Everton win, so nobody got any points there. Everton is very inconsistent at the moment. Then the El Sacco derby there. Didn't we say somebody was going to get sacked whoever lost? And it was Spurs that lost. Thomas Frank is gone. They've brought in Igor, the terrible one. Tudor there to try and right the ship there for Spurs. You can't right that ship. They lost 2-1 to Newcastle. Let's see what he does on his first game this week. Then West Ham against Man United. We had the chances, didn't take him. 1-1. I can live with that. Carrick, 5 games. 4 wins and a draw, that's okay for me. That other guy still can't cut his hair. I like that. Let it grow for 1,000 years. We'll win 4, we'll draw 1. We'll win 4, we'll draw 1. I can handle that for the rest of my life, no worry. Then Aston Villa beating Brighton. Good win for Aston Villa. They're still in the hunt and they're about for the Premier League. I don't think they'll win the Premier League, but at least they're keeping the other 2 honest. Then a bad loss for Crystal Palace against Burnley. Oh, didn't tell you. What did we have there? Aston Villa. Vern scored a point there. I had a draw. Then Crystal Palace losing to Burnley 3-2. Not a good one there. Look, not everything's well at Crystal Palace there with Oliver Glasner. He is not happy at the moment there in Palace. And what can you say? Look, they're starting to slip. That win doesn't really... look, it's nice for Burnley that they won, but it's not going to save them this season. What did we have there? Burnley. We both had Crystal Palace wins, so no points again. Man City thrashing Fulham 3-0 there. I had 2-0. Vern had 3-0, so he got 3 points. I got 1 point. Man City, I still think Man City are going to win the title this year. I don't think Arsenal will do it. Nottingham Forest, another manager got the sack because they only drew to Wolverhampton 0-0. So Sean Dyche, he's gone. New manager coming up there for Nottingham Forest as well. Forest, 4 managers in 1 season. Jesus, they change managers more than some of you change your underwear, man. Come on. Then Sunderland lost to Liverpool 1-0. A much needed win there for Liverpool. Wasn't a great game. I watched that. But Liverpool got the result. And good stuff. What did we have there? I had a draw. Vern had a win. So Vern did pick up points. And last but not least, Brentford against Arsenal 1-1. Vern went 2-1 for Arsenal. The Savant... my weekend got saved with that one. I went 1-1. It was 1-1. So let's see what happened. I picked up 4 points. Vern picked up 5. So let's have a look. There we'll put out the red arrows. So Vern has moved up with his 5 points to 147. And I move up to 175 points already. Can I hit the 200 mark soon? Looking good. Looking fantastic there for me. Great stuff. Great stuff. Then before we move on to the tables and everything, we do have our other guys on the channel, our 3 heroes there that keep up with us. Those were Lawrence's tips, and Lawrence scored 5 points this week, so well done to him. Then we had Paul Terry scored 3 points. Paul, you are going to be like Arsenal. You're going downhill fast, my son. NA is in the house. Good. Hi, NA. And then Marnus won the tip week this year. The young man there, the Liverpool fan, he scored 6 points. So Marnus was the main man of the week, scoring 6 points. Guys, can anybody crack that 15 points? You only got to get 5 games right. The only person ever to crack 15 points has been my wife. That is so sad. I can't even say it anymore. My wife is the only one to ever get more than 15 points. And she knows fuck all about football. She used to like Steve McManaman just because of the name. McManaman. Come on, man. Let's be serious. Guys, we gotta up our game. We're being beaten by a woman that doesn't even know what football is. This is terrible, man. This is terrible news. Then have a look at the Premier League tables. What does that all mean for the tables? Arsenal 4 points ahead of Manchester City. Another 3 points behind that is Aston Villa. Then we have Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. I think Man United, Chelsea, and Liverpool, and I think Aston Villa will drop in that as well. They're going to fight for those 2 spots there, or 3 spots, because the 5th team will also get a Premier League promotion. If we look at the bottom of the table, Wolves are gone. They're 15 points behind. They would have to basically win. They'd have to win out till the end of the season. Burnley, I think Burnley's gone as well. But West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, and maybe Leeds could still drop in there. I can't see Brighton falling into that. So it's going to be tough there. But let's have a look at this week's games, because that's what's important, the tips for this week. And now, guys, when you give your tips this week, don't forget there is one extra game, which is tonight, which is Wolverhampton against Arsenal. That is being pulled forward because of Champions League and Carabao Cup games that Arsenal has come up. So that game is going to be played a little bit earlier. I think that's like round 28, that will be on 29. So don't forget to give your Arsenal against Wolves against Arsenal tips as well. I've gone with a 3-1 for Arsenal, and Vern's gone for a 3-0 for Arsenal, just to let you know that. So let's start off with Aston Villa against Leeds this week. Leeds actually not playing a bad season. Aston Villa, I think, will drop points. I'm going 1-1. Vern's gone 2-0. Brentford against Brighton. I've gone 2-1 and Vern's gone 1-1. I like Brentford. Brentford's a funny club. They can sell everybody and they still kind of keep themselves going. Chelsea against Burnley. We've both gone for a 3-0. Let's see what happens there. Chelsea, I can't see them losing to Burnley. West Ham against Bournemouth. We've both gone for a 2-1. So Vern's not catching up any points here. And I did do my tips before he did his tips. I am that fair. Then City against Newcastle. I've got 3-0. Vern's got 3-1. So, yeah. Look, Manchester City just have to win to keep up the pace with Arsenal. Look, if they win that game, they put a little bit of pressure on Arsenal. They do have the North London derby later in the weekend. Palace against Wolves. Palace are actually very shitty at the moment, but I still think they beat Wolves 2-1. Vern's gone with a 2-0. Forest against Liverpool. I'm going 1-1 here. Vern's gone 2-1 Liverpool. Liverpool's just not convincing me as much. Then we have Sunderland against Fulham. I've gone 1-1. Vern's gone 2-1 for Sunderland. Sunderland's slipping. Sunderland's season is done. They've done what they had to do. I don't think they'll keep on winning a lot much more. So I've gone 1-1. Vern's gone 2-1 for Sunderland. Spurs against Arsenal. We've both gone for a 2-1 win for Arsenal, but hoping that Spurs win. And last but not least, we've both gone for a 2-1 win for Everton against... You know what? No, I'm going to give Vern a chance. I'll go 3-1. So not all the. I don't want him. Otherwise, he's got no chance to catch me, man. I'll go 3-1 for United against Everton. That is a Monday kickoff game. Let me just have a look in the chat there, because I do see there's a few in there. Ronnie, Eddie, how are you guys doing, man? Hope you're all doing well. So that's kind of our tips for this week. I wanted to keep it short but sweet. Yeah, the Savant is way out in front. Can anybody can join. Just send your tips via email. I'll put that out right now. The email, let's take all the scores away there quickly, and we'll put out the email for you guys. Just write your scores down. There's the email at the bottom. How should it look when you send it to us? Well, do it like the young man Marnus. Send us an email like that with your tips, and you can take part in the competition. If you score 15 points, doesn't matter who scores 15 points, you will get a Vic and Vern's Sports Chat t-shirt, the famous t-shirt, and a nice big box of different chocolates, Swiss chocolates. It's worth it. It's worth it. So try to get those 15 points. 3 points for the perfect tip, 1 point for the right tendency. That's the way it goes. Guys, that's the show for today. Enjoy. See you guys soon, and have a wonderful evening. And join me at around 11 o'clock this evening for the Olympic update of day 11. Lots of medals there again. Ciao, ciao, guys.